All right, as the title says, we're going to take a look at a few minor nine voicings, some pretty obvious ones, and then I'll expand a little bit, upon that, and see if we can get a little more mileage out of it. So before we go any farther, what's a minor nine? Where do we use a minor nine? Why do I need it? Why do I want it? Well, here's a couple things I will say to you. If you have a minor chord that is a 2-chord or a 6-chord in the key, so either the relative minor of the key, one example would be you're in the key of C, A minor is the relative minor, we can have a nice minor 9. We can always add it to the 6-chord or the relative minor, and we can always add it to the 2-chord. So for example, if we're in the key of C once again, and we have a D minor, we can make it D minor 9. And that'll always be a safe bet. It'll always work out okay. And that's because of the diatonic harmony that comes, from within the key, which is what diatonic means, from within the key, all the natural occurrences of harmony, the natural string, D, F sharp, A, C, E, G, B, right? That's the natural string of harmony. So those will always be in there. All right, now that we kind of know what that is, if you need more on that, hit me up in the comments. But if you want more lessons about that, or if you need to understand that more deeply, hit me up in the comments, and I'm more than happy to accommodate. But that is a great way to spice up your minor chords. And so we'll deal with, in this example, we'll deal with A minor 9 just because it's in a place in the framework here that you can see that part of the neck without me having to twist and turn. So let's start with a root 6 version. Well, most people already know how to play, say, an A minor chord, just your basic A minor. Well, to make it A minor 7, we're going to lose our pinky. So now instead of this, we have, so that already sounds pretty cool, okay? Well, we want to add a 9, which is the same as a 2. So if I go 1, 2, remember that note is B, and we'll come back to it in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 9 and the 2 are the same note, but for sake of the chord, we want this to be the 9. So I'm going to add that B that's higher than the one right next to the root. Although theoretically that would be correct, it's probably not going to sound so great. So we're going to go ahead and add it up here where the 9 is. And so now you end up with A, E, B, C, E, and A. So you might notice there's no G in the chord anymore, meaning we don't have the 7 in there. We have a root, a 5, a 9, and a flat 3. And then the next note is still, once again, the 5, and then the next note is the root. Still sounds fine. We don't really miss that flat 7 in there. But if you wanted to get both and you happen to be in the key of A, here's a nice little fix for you. Open A, G at the 5th fret, C at the 5th fret, and open B, and then open E. So now we get everything in there. We have a tonic, a flat 7, a flat 3, a 5, sorry, a 9, and a 5. Really cool sounding chord. Now, another thing that you can do if you want to have the 7 in there is do this and put the B up top. That works well also. So instead of, so that works out pretty well. Let's get a root 5 voicing. So most people know how to play just a plain old A minor bar chord. Once again, we're going to lose our pinky to get the 7. So now we have A minor 7. But we need to add a B. There happens to be a B conveniently located right here. So now you have, and if you needed to get the E, which is already doubled down here, you could do that in this key. If you go to another key, not going to work out so well. So that's really kind of pretty. I like that. But you can also get this E up top here where you have, just depends on what you want up top and how you want the chord to sound. So those are a couple pretty obvious ones. Here's another thing that you could do depending upon what key you're in. So using open A, I can now stack up my harmony where I have A, which is my root. I have C, which is my third. I have E, which is my fifth. I have G, which is my seventh, flat seven. And then I have D, which is my natural 9. So that's a good sound as well. Okay, that one can be done in other keys as long as you have a bass player. So if you look at where your 9 is, the tonic is right behind it, or you could go down a minor third from where your pinky is. And so if I land here, this is going to be F minor 9. That's because of the stack of harmony, right? So that'll work out pretty well. So as long as you have a bass player, you can use that as a chord. But anytime it's a 2 chord or a 6 chord in the key, you can always add, you want to be careful of the melody and don't piss off the singer and all that groovy stuff, but you can always add the 9 to the chord. It'll make it sound really nice and a little bit sophisticated, and you can probably find some other voicings on your own if you understand the nuts and bolts of this. Hopefully I've explained it well enough in the video. So once again, A minor here. One more, I guess I forgot about this guy. Regular A minor. Lose your third finger to get A minor 7. And then maybe don't worry about the G so much and grab the B here. It's a really cool sound. Minor 9s. All right.